You made it look so easy. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Trust me, I'm taking you to battle, yeah?
What a race, mates. Great job, Liam, great job. P1, baby.
You just listened to my message, let's go.
You're funny, man.
I just went into your name and I was like, oh, he's broadcasting, let's watch this shit, let's watch this shit. I was like, fuck it, let's watch it. Oh, I can hear myself on the stream as well. Oh my god, that's confusing. Oh shit.
Are you tripping?
Hi,
Are you
YouTube.
okay? Yes. To
Mom, I'm on TV. Mom, get the camera. Alright, thanks. How you doing?
Not bad, mate. I'm just quickly doing this and then I'm off, mate.
Alright, fair enough. We're gonna be stay in the party for a little, some minutes at least.
A couple minutes.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm playing FIFA anyway, so I just wanted to see how you're doing, mate.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
Nice. I had a pretty fucked up day yesterday. Like, I took mushrooms with my friend yesterday, and he got totally fucked up, and he basically had like a, what do you want to call it? Like, I wouldn't even call it a bad trip because it's even worse than that. He literally, I couldn't even talk to him for like 3 hours. Maybe he just went around in my apartment, like stomping around, front and forwards, going into loop. He was like unreachable for like 3 hours.
Hang on. Sorry, bro, you're alright.
Yeah, no worries. So that was awful. So like, it was so bad that I was like literally about to call an ambulance to just to get him out of it, because he was like literally like in a psychosis state. He was literally walking front and back, like mumbling to himself. He couldn't even speak. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, but it's because I've worked in the medical care. Like I'm just like I don't want to see him to like get fucked for life. Because like I don't want this guy to get stuck. It was almost like a schizophrenic manic episode, like at the same time. And then he started like hurting himself, started punching himself in the face really, really fucking hard, and like all that kind of shit. Then I called one of my best mates that he knows as well, called him over, like, could you help me out a little bit? And then I dragged him out of my apartment because he had a shit ton of drugs on him as well. So it's like, if I'm gonna call the police, not the police, but like an ambulance, I'm gonna do it outside because I don't want him to be here. And like, but for our both sakes, because I let all his drugs stay here and my drugs stay here, so none of us really get caught on that at least. But then when my friend Vincent showed up when we were outside, he actually snapped out of it for like maybe a minute so we could talk to him like for a second or two. Yeah. And then he got back to it in a little bit, and then we went back home after like an hour being outside taking a walk. He didn't get back to normal, but he got a little bit more like reachable, and then he out of nowhere just had an episode, went out, took like a really long walk on his own for like 3 hours, like 2 hours in piss and rain. And then he came back and was completely normal. I'm not even joking. What? And then and then like said that he heard everything we said, and he's like so sorry. He started like crying a shit ton. I gave him a big hug, and then started crying on my shoulder for like 15 minutes, and like started like just telling how good of a friend I was, and la 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 la. Yeah.
Sorry, dude, carry on.
Yeah, so that was my night. So my trip was kind of killed by just trying to take care of him and trying to do my best to take care of him. Even give him a benzo to try to like get him back to like reality. Didn't do anything for him, which was annoying because I thought that would help him a little bit, because it definitely did with me if I'm having a bad trip. Yeah. But we're not in the same mental state at all, and he's like an old junkie as well, so he has like a little bit of problems with other stuff. Especially like his mental health ain't that great either, and like sure he's with a good friend, but it's still like if you have that underneath and you're not feeling very well from the get-go, you're not gonna have the greatest trip most of the time, you know. So and I told him about it. He's like, nah, I feel great. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, are you sure? And I try to like not let him do it, but whatever, it is what it is. So like my whole trip was just babysitting him, trying to make him feel good basically, and like not do anything stupid or destroy my TV. Because he was like literally like going, it's hard to explain, he was going like pacing straight and forward in my apartment, wailing with his arms and punching in the air and doing yeah like a fucking like a crack addict. I'm not even joking. It's like literally like somebody on like crack on a highway. Like it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Could barely talk to him. Like I couldn't even get talk to him. Couldn't ask what his name was. He couldn't like answer where he lived. Like he couldn't answer anything. I barely got eye contact for him like more than like half a second, if even that, and then he's gone back to his normal self. And then he's got like these chills going up and down his spine and all down his fucking like almost like a meth head. Like it's just like fuck me. And that's the first time for me. Sure, I've seen a lot of people go feel like getting into loops and having a really bad trip, but at least they're reachable when you do a little bit of reality checks with them. Be like, okay, what's your name? What are you gonna do tomorrow and stuff like that. But he didn't even respond to any of that. So
I bet that was a bit scary for you though.
The thing is, I'm such a caregiver, and I've like just because I've worked in medicine, like just because I've basically done that in my life, like taking care of people for like 3 years. Like I'm not that faced, but it's more that he's an old football hooligan and he's an old fighter in general. So I wouldn't and he was a little bit aggressive here and there sometimes. So like I was just a little bit scared that he would take the wrong way and do like something stupid, because I was just trying to because he couldn't stand still, and I was just like, dude, you gotta stand still for your own sake and like breathe, and like I'm just trying to make him like feel a little bit better. But then he got a little bit aggressive. He slapped me in the face twice, not very hard, but still slapped me. And I'm like, okay, bro, I don't want to fight you. I'm just trying to help you, and stuff like that. Because that's the thing. Because like I said that to him like 10 times. Like I'm gonna call an ambulance if you're not gonna respond. Like if you're not responding like this, I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna call an ambulance, and you're gonna get straight, because you're not feeling well, bro. He didn't respond to that at all. But yeah. Luckily, my friend showed up that he knows well, and my friend he's good with psychedelics as well, and he's a pretty good caretaker as well. Like he's not like one of those manly ass men like me when it comes to like emotions and stuff like that. So he's like good with that kind of stuff as well. Because
Yeah.
I've kept my friend Vincent through a lot of that stuff in between as well. So I'm really happy that he showed up and helped me with it. Because after that was all good, but I just felt so bad for him. Because I just wanted to help him, but like there's nothing I really could do. That's the hardest part, you know what I mean? Like I kind of wish I could just give him something so he could go to sleep and feel good and just like go, like and know that he's safe and like sleeping or something, you know? Give him in like a drug-induced coma and just like
Does
sleep.
orange juice not help? I heard that was something. Or
Like
have I made
just
that
for
up?
antipsychosis, like in general, like.
Well, like when we went to Amsterdam, I don't know if it's different because it's truffles, but one of the tips was like if you start feeling a bit uneasy, just like take loads of vitamin C. I think it was.
I told like that's what I told Robin, but like I was like trying to give him a reality check. Like, have you eaten everything today? Like at all? So like, but he didn't respond to that. So I tried to give him a sandwich. He just looked at it and then he just like almost threw it on the fucking on my table. I'm like, okay. Because he definitely need. I think like give some blood sugar. Give him, like because when we went outside, I could literally talk for like he was there for like 2 minutes, and that was during his bad episode. But I could like just because of that reality check, him going outside and being like, oh shit, I'm outside, and just like seeing other people, other cars, other stuff going around, he actually went back a little bit. Because he was looping so bad that like you could see him trying to get out of it, but he just started looping again when like his loop went back into the loop when he started to get out of the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was in a loop, but the thing he tried to do to get out of the loop was already a loop. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't help him with that either. I just tried everything in the book. I literally just like put on something I know that he liked to watch, put on some music he liked to listen to, didn't help. Put on some I just shut everything off, just let him be alone for a little bit, and like don't even like look at him basically, just let him do his thing. That didn't really help. Try to like just hold him, like literally just hold him to like know that he's safe, and like try to get him to sit down. Didn't do that. He didn't sit down for like 4 hours, man. He's just stomping around in my fucking living room, pacing around, and like he's bumping into everything. Almost broke my TV, like almost my 4K TV almost went to the ground. Like, fuck me.
Sounds fun.
It got well in the end, so it's alright, but it's still... I'm happy he's alright now, though.
Yeah, same. I don't know the guy that's saying.
No. Thanks.
I'm
Then
glad
he
you're
sent me all...
okay as well.
Yeah, he sent me all these messages, and then when he left, when he left yesterday, like, he's like, oh man, you're like one of the best people I've ever seen, like, ever know. You're such a, like, you're absolutely the best G ever, la 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 la. Yeah. So that was nice. I already know that he thinks that of me, but it's nice to hear it again. I like him a lot too, but it's just like, he's like, bro, you should, like, I wish you could be my caretaker, because he's in a program and shit. I'm like, bro, I don't think that's a great idea, even though I would be like your good supporter for you. I don't think that's a great idea, because I know you way too well. Give me a second, I just gotta grab this one thing. The guy's a really good bloke, but he has had like a heroin addiction and like an opioid addiction. From like he started smoking heroin first time when he was 17. He's 30 now. He hasn't taken any heroin for like 3 years now though. But plus the thing is, he was meant to go get into a program like last week, but he missed his appointment because he was way too fucked up and all that kind of shit. And I told him like so many times, like, you know, I never, like, I'm one of those guys that, like, I go up, like, my alarm clock in my head is going off 10 minutes before my actual alarm clock goes off. I'm never late to anything. So I'm like, call me, and I'll be there. I'll be there, help you out. Like, to go up, so they can actually go and pick you up and stuff like that. It's like, yeah. Because you can never do it, you know? Like, you need help, Liam. I'm not Liam, sorry.
I mean, I know I do, thanks, but...
Plus, he's 30 years old now, you know what I mean? And all he's ever done is, like literally smoked weed and, like, it's just, and taking drugs most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Max Hansen has subscribed to you on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. Kind of wanted to comment, but you couldn't comment if you didn't have the app, and I don't have the YouTube app on my PlayStation, so it's like,
That's so dumb.
yeah, I know.
Right, stream can stop.